Hi all, this is Harini. Welcome back to our channel Code with Harini. Today we are going to solve Lead Code Day 12 challenge, which is the earliest and latest rounds where players compete. So what the question states is, so there is a one tournament wherein players are participating. They are standing in a single row numbered from 1 to n on their initial standing. Player 1 is the first player and player 2 is the second player, etc. Player n is the nth player. So the tournament consists of multiple rounds starting from the round number 1. In each round, eighth player, for example, first player, seventh player, eighth player is 0, 1, 2. That eighth player from the front of the row, for example, here 1 competes against the eighth player from the end of the row, which means 1 competes with 7, 2 competes with 6, 4. If someone is in the middle, so they'll straight away qualifies for the next round. So that's what they are stating. So then after each round is over, the winners are lined up against. For example, in this what who are the winners lined up? One and for example one. Okay, that will come back later. So winners are lined up in a row based on the original ordering assigned to them initially. In an ascending order, the players numbered first player and second player are the best in the tournament. So they'll be giving you the first player as well as second player. So they will win against any players in the tournament. So but when they are playing against each other, for example 2 when comes to play against 4, that time only any one of them wins. So we have to return an integer array containing two values, the earliest possible round and the last possible round where these two players will the compete with each other. Let's consider this example. N equals to 11. First player they have given us a 2, second player equals to 4. So here they have given a 3, 4 as a output, right? But here they haven't considered all the scenarios. They have just given how come earliest round came and how come the latest round came. So if you choose 111, there could be two possibility: either the one player can win or 11 player can win. So like that, if you go, there comes a case. So here they have assumed 11 player came, 11 player one, then 2, obviously 2 should win. 2 as per the condition they have given. First player compete with any other player except second player. The first player will win, right? So 2. Next, 3 competes with 9. Here they have assumed they have taken the scenario where 3 wins, 4 wins, 5 wins, 6 wins. Obviously 4 will win. 5, 6. So 6 is a middle. So obviously if something in the middle which is odd, they'll be qualifies for the second round, right? So like this they have taken. Then in the next scenario, if you just for the third round, 2 would have competed with 11, obviously 2 would have won. 3 would have competed with 6, they have assumed 3 would have won. There is another case that we will discuss while we are putting that recursion. So four, obviously 4 would have competed with 5, 4 would have won. So now if you see for the after the third round, when we are going for the next uh, level, 2 would have competed for 4. So this is the third round where 2 will compete with 3. Sorry, 4. So this is the earliest round. The same scenario they are taken for some other cases. If here the 11 one, here they have chosen 1 also might have won because they are not first player or second player. So there's a possibility either 11 can eliminate or 1 can eliminate. So like this here the 11, if 11 eliminated scenario, that game's one case where all the first set of players won. So okay, so then again all the first set of players won. Okay, 1 to 4 here, 2 1 4 competes again, 4 once again it now the 2 and fourth player competes at the fourth round. So this is among multiple scenarios, this is the minimum where 2 and 4 competes. This is the farthest, which means longest, where for 2 and 4 computes. Like this only we will be calculating. So here n equals to 5, the first player is 1 and second player is 5. So if you traverse straight away, if you put 1 2 3 4 5, first itself would have completed the first instant itself, fifth, right? Yeah, there is no point of later, because at first instance itself the first player would have computed with 5, because our array would have started with 1 2 3 4 5. So in no case will go to the farthest or latest, always 1 comma 1. I hope the question explanation makes sense to you guys. Let's look into the visual representation of how that works. Okay, let's take this as an example. N equals to 11, first player equals to 2, second player equals to 4, which is the first given example. So at the round 1, what all could be the possibility? If either 1 or 11 can eliminate, or so these are the I'm the array which are the possibility of eliminations. Okay, so 1 11 both can eliminate. So 2 obviously can't eliminate, because 2 will compete with any player, 2 will win. So 10 only can eliminate. So the same 3 9 can eliminate. So 4 competes with 8, obviously 4 will only win. So 8. So 5 7. So 6 can't be eliminated because it's in the middle of the array, that qualifies for the next round. So for with this, we are generating all the combinations. So what are all the combinations? So we have 8 combinations. So if you just take a look, 1, 10, 1 could have eliminated, 10 could have eliminated, 3 could have eliminated, 8 could have eliminated, 5. Instead of 5, with all this, 7 could have eliminated. Okay, the same for instead of 3, the 9 could have eliminated. The same scenario, we have replaced the 9. So now we have 4. Instead of 1, we might have eliminated the 11. So we have generated the 8 uh, possibilities of elimination could have happened for at the round 1. So now when we are, if it is a round 1, so 1 10 3 8 5 eliminated means 1 10 3 8 5 if eliminated. What are the remaining? 2 4 6 7 9 11, right? These are the qualified for the next round. Okay, the same, if these are eliminated, 2 4 5 6 9 are the qualified for the second round. 1 10 9 8 5 1 10 9 8 5 got eliminated. 2 3 4 6 11 got qualified for 6 7 11 are qualified for the second round. Next, if you see 2 3 4 5 6 11 is the given example, is the example that they have shown, and the I think I can show. See, if you see, this is the one scenario they have taken, 2 3 4 4 6 11. That is in the second round. So round that is in the second round means, okay, after round 1, among multiple scenarios, this is one of the scenario. Okay, again, what are the possibility elimination we have to choose? 2 11, there could be possible only 11, because 2 will obviously qualify because it's a first player. The same 3 6, anything can be eliminated. The same 4 5, 4 will qualify for the second round. First we are generating the combination what all could be eliminated. After we eliminate, we will generate these are the things that will qualify for the next, these are the players that will have qualified for the next round. So the same 11 3 5 will be one combination, 11 6 5 will be another combination. If 11 3 5 eliminated, 2 4 6, then the same 11 6 5 eliminated, 2 4 sorry, 11 6 5 got eliminated, 2 3 4. Okay, now 2 will straight away compete at the 4, which is, this is going for the round 3, right? Now the 2 will compete at 4. So this is the round 3 result. So earlier first possibility we got is here. This now we already know at the round 3 these will compete with 3. So at the round 3, when the player 1 equals to the first player, and second player, the other player 2 is equals to the second player, we will be returning the round. Okay, so the same, now this 2 4 6, let's assume So 2, 4, 6. If 2 compared with 6, what will be the elimination? Only 6. We have only one elimination, and the 4 straight away will go for the next round. So now if you see, if 2 gets eliminated, next round 4, it's going for 2, comma 4, which is R4 results. These are going for R3. Now R4 also, if you see, 2 will compete with 4, that will return R4. Like this we'll be keep on. This I have just taken for one example, right? So there are for 8 will, so for example, now we got 8. 8 in turn reduced to 2 combination. 8 will generate 2 combinations of each. For each 8, it will, for 1 we have, for among in the 8 cases we got only 1, for which we got 4, which means, so 8 into 4 combinations will have, right? 4, 4, 4, 4. Among this it will go, each will go 2, 2, 2, 2. Then it will come 1, 1. So like this, all the combinations we have to generate, and among that, which is the last maximum round comes and minimum round comes, then we will return that answer. So I hope how we are going to do. I explained we have to generate all the combinations. There is no way like we can. Also, all these combinations will be unique to the max. So if you see 11, 3, there is no repeating combinations exist because it's all unique. So there is no point of storing it into an array. So we'll be using the recursion only. Okay, for one thing I can easily say is, since it's a first and last element popping out, can we use Q? Okay. Also, after generating this combinations, if we have set a bit, for example, if we have a bit 0, 1, for example, we'll have the bits, okay, for all this. So when we generate this combination, we can just, instead of traversing through the array, and we'll remove 1, 10, 3, 8, 5. For every time we have to remove, it will take, I think so, remove function also will do order of 1 only, but still that remove intent users might be users, it has to find that index that will take log n, and it will remove that particular element from the array. So instead of that, what we can do, it is a 1, 10, 3, 8, 5, which obviously it's in the same array. So what we are going to do, we'll be setting those bits as a 0. For example, 1, 10, 3, 8, 5. Initially all these bits will be 1, 1, 1, 1. Now I'm going to set this bit 0, 8, 0, 10, 0, 3, 0, all this 0. Like this I'm going to set, and once I set this bit, if that particular whatever the bit is 1, that I'm going to take it as a current player. So obviously this bits will be setting as a 0, 0, 0, 0, and these bits will be 1, 1, 1. These I'll be taking into a consideration as the next current players for the match. So like this I'm thinking of the approach. So now let's look into the solution, how I'm going to do. So now they have a function earliest and latest that is giving us n first player and second player. Let's assume, okay, equals to 9. Okay, so we'll be traversing from, for I in range n, what we are going to do, we'll initially have the mask as 2 to the power of n minus 1, which means 1 in the bit mask index, how we will represent the mask equals to 1 to the, this is 2 to the power of n generally, okay, minus 1. This is what we are going to get it as a mask. Got it? So which means if I equals to 9, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, all these bits would have said, so 8 1 2 4 8 16 32 120 32 7 sorry 16 32 64 128 256, all these bits would have said, which in turn 2 to the 2047, something like this it will have the value. So what I'm basically going to do, I'm going to set all these bits, okay, which starts, let's assume this is how the bits work. So 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, so this bits will have some value. For example, I equals to 11, the bit value will be 2047, whole bit mask is 2047. How we will be generating based on the n they are giving, okay. So I equals to n. So since we will be traversing till n and will be setting from 0 to 10, all the first player, second player, all this will be computing I minus 1. That's it. Nothing else. I hope all this bits set. So now I equals to 9. For example, all these bits initially will set. Now I have eliminated some players. Now my eliminated players are 7 6. Let's have 7 6 5 4 3. Now I have to 7 6 5 4 3. I have to mark it as a 0. 7 6 5 4 3. So now I have to get the players. How will I get? So I will be traversing through the same like this, and I'll be checking. First I will set only 1 to if first I'll be checking whether this bit is set. How will I check that? If mask, this is our mask in, okay, this is our mask, okay, mask and 1 to the power of 5, which means I am moving the 1. So whatever 1 plus 1 is 1, right? So if 0 plus 1, so now I equals to 3, I moved my 1 to here, which is 0 0 0. So that like this only it will move. So 1 0 0, here 0 1 1 1. So I'll be getting the corresponding bit is set or not. So for this one, I hope this makes sense. So if it is set, okay, this is not eliminated player. So that I'll be appending to the current layers. Dot append. Okay, so like this. I hope this makes sense how we are setting each bit. So next I equals to, when I equals to 8 comes, okay, this bit is set. Okay, now then I'll be appending the 8th player, second player, first player, and 0th player. So 0th player means 1 2, which means 3 and 8. So all this will be in 0 based index. Yeah, I hope this makes sense. The bit will start from 0th bit, first bit. So it's not like this 207 start from one first bit. So this value also we need to follow in the mask if you are sending. So the value also matters, right? You can't set it from the first bit. Yeah, that's a thing. I hope this makes sense why we are using bit. Okay, now let's, so based on the bit set we are taking what are the current players. So let's have the current players as a TQ, because we always going to pop the first element or the last element. Eliminate first element or the last element, right? So DQ will give you pop left and pop right. So that's why we are taking DQ. So for now, for I in range n, this is for the current players. What you are going to do? If the mask and mask, sorry, single bit, to do bit manipulation, you have to do single and I. So whether this ith bit is set or not. If so, then yeah, you can append the current players dot append. I'm going to append that current player. Fine. Now we are, what we are doing, we are up after we got the current players, we will be finding the elimination array, right? So what for that, what we will be traversing for, not far. So let's have a elimination players equals to empty array. So while length of the current players should be greater than 1, because at least 2 players we need, right? So now every time what we will be doing, p1 player 1 player 2. So current players dot pop left will give you first player, and current player dot pop will give you the last player. So if p1 equal to first player and p2 equal to second player, or p1 equal to second and p2 equal to first, in either case if they are, then you have found the round, right? So what we will be getting, we will be passing, okay, to this array, we will, okay, now the utility function will have your mask as well as the current round number, okay, round, okay. So if you found the players first and second player complete, you should return the round. There is no need of further traverse. Return round comma round. Okay. Then if not, if player 1 in first player or second player, then what will be do, we have to do in the elimination. Player 1 is the first player or second player, correct? Then what you, whom will you eliminate? Player 2 will be getting eliminated, right? So elimination player dot append p2, the same. This is else if, and then again else if p2 in first or second. So we will be adding into the elimination player dot append p1. p2 is for first or second means, then obviously p1 will be eliminated. If not, then there is a case we will consider either both of them will be getting eliminated. So elimination player dot append p1 comma p2, both the players can get eliminated. So like this, once you have done, okay, once we have this is elimination play, like this only we are checking, see whether this is what we are doing, whether player 1 and player, whether this is what first will be giving, right? 11 1 comma 11, these both are first player and second player, no. Then we are checking whether they are in first player or second player, no. If not, what we are going to do, we are going to add it into both into an elimination. So this next comes, we have added into the elimination players array. Next to 10. If you see player 1 is in first player or second player, then we will add just player 2 to the array. Okay. If both of them, if p1 p2, we will be returning the round itself, as we have seen here. If p1 and p2 both were in the first player and second player. This is at one point we will be getting the current players array as 2 comma 4, correct? So p1 will be 2, p2 will be 4. They both are in the p1 equal to first player and p2 equals to second player. Then return that particular round that we are getting on the top. I hope this conditions makes clear. Then now how will you generate the combination? Now we have got all the candidates array. Now we'll be having two variables, minimum round and maximum round equals to minimum round, for example, will be giving infinity, maximum round will be giving minus infinity value. So for x in product of, this is like generating all the combinations, eliminated players. Even you can have combination which is an inbuilt function that will give you all the combinations for the given array. For whatever the array that you are passing, that will give you the combination. So while you are appending, put it into an array. Okay, so yeah, that's it. So we'll be getting the x is nothing but this. First x will have this, next this, next this, next this. Once you get this, then you will be flipping those bits. Okay, that's what we are going to do here. Now we have first x will be among all the combinations we'll be getting first x. So in that first x, what we are going to do, we are getting the current mask as the original mask. Now we are going to set all this bits, whatever the bits here, to 0 because those got eliminated. That's what we are going to assume, right? So now what we are going to do. So then for bit in x, okay, will be doing the XOR. This is XOR equals to 1 of whatever we are getting the ith bit. So that bit we are traversing through. For example, let's assume first what is the bit. First we are getting first bit 1, so bit will be 1. So what our current mask will be 1 1 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 0 1 sorry 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So 11 bits are there. Now what is the bit we are getting? Let's assume this is the array 1 comma 10 3 8 5 1 10 3 8 5. Okay, we have to set all these bits to 0. That's what this ith bit will do. Whatever the value here, if you do XOR, what will we are going to set 0. 1 1 obviously will get 0, right? The same bit if you are setting, you will be getting 0. That's what we are going to do. So we are going to move the first 1 to first bit. Now this bit would have got set to 0. Next 10, this bit would have got set to 0, 3, 8, 5, like this. This bit, all these bits would have got to 0. Okay. Okay. After this, whatever this value comes, that is our current mask. Okay. So this will contribute to one value 8421. That value, it will contribute to one value. That when it goes to again, okay, that when it goes again to the current players, to generate the current players, this mask we will be passing this mask with k plus 1 index. So what we will be doing again, at one point you are returning the round, right? So you have to keep on having the current min and current max equals to utility function you are calling with round plus 1. I'm going for round plus 1, comma, because you have set all the eliminated bits to 0, correct? Which means these all got eliminated from this array. When that will be getting eliminated and forming this values will be by mask, what all the bits set to 1 only will be getting appended to the current place as we discussed earlier. So if all these bits got 0, then obviously this would have eliminated, right? 1 10 3 1 3 1 3 8 5 10. All these bits would have set to 0. Then what all bits set to 1? Those values only will get appended to the current place for the next round, right? So yeah, like this we will be getting utility round plus 1 comma your current mask you are passing. So at every time for each combination you would have keep on calling. First it would have generated this, then the current place will be this, then for this current player again for the round 2 what all the values will for the round 2 to 11 for sure 2 will be the same if conditions it will go through. If the player 1 first it will pop this to 11, 2 would have, so 11 would have got eliminated for sure, 2 will be there because it's a first player or second player, correct? Maybe I can show here so that it will be having a better sense. 2 4 6 7 9 11. Okay, this will be the second example. It will after 1 10 3 8 5 got eliminated, this will be our current players. So first what it would have gone to 7, so it will go to the condition p1 is in first player or second player, so eliminate the player will be 11. So our elimination players will be first it will be 11. Okay, you should always do it in an array. Okay, so that combinations will get generated accordingly. So 11. Next 4 and 9. Player 1 still is in first or second. Eliminate 9. Okay. Next 6 7. We can eliminate both. Right, because it's not player 1. Player 1 is neither F or nor S. Player 2 also neither first player or second player. So player 1 is not in first or second, player 2 also not in first or second, then we'll be eliminating the both. It's possible that we can eliminate both because there exist two conditions. That's what it means. Again it will generate the two combinations here, which will be 11 for the product eliminated place. What we'll have two combinations, right? 11 9 6 11 9 7. So in this case, there is no possible that we have 1196. If you eliminate, those will be subtracted from our current mask. Current mask is already eliminated 1 10 3 8 5. Now it will also eliminate 1196. So only 2 4 6 will be the next current player. I hope this makes sense. So like this we'll be keep on calling. Then when will be update? So we'll be keep on updating the min round and max round. So like this we'll be traversing through the each. Min round will be minimum round comma current min, maximum of max round comma current max, correct? Then we will be returning that to the answer, round comma max round. I hope this makes clear. So first time when we are calling this utility function, you will be calling it as a first round, which is round number 1, and our mask will be setting all the values as 1 1 1. Okay, which is 2 power n. Okay, minus 1. So initially we will be setting all to 1, and what all the possibilities of elimination will be adding it to the elimination array. Once we are adding into the elimination array, we'll be generating the combinations of elimination array. What are the combinations that is available that we can eliminate from this? So that will be subtract that bit, will be setting it to a 0 with then we'll be calling round plus 1 and the current mask by setting this to 0. Whatever the bit is set to 1, that will be considered as a current place and will be traversing to the next round. I hope I have given a better understanding of how this works. Now just look into the time complexity. We are traversing n current players, which is n. Then we are traversing through the current players again. To generate a current place, we are traversing in. Then to generate elimination players, we will be traversing through n square. So again, we'll be traversing through n. Then what we'll be doing will be generating the combinations of the elimination players, right? That will be all the combinations will be taking again n square. Okay, then to set the bit, again you are traversing again to n. So in total our time complexity will be n to the power of 5. Space complexity will be n square, because that is what we are storing all the values in an array, and we are not sure uh, what will be our current. It to the max, it can be, it can have n square elimination. We can't say log n, something like that. Okay, yeah, obviously log n, because half of the players will be eliminated. But if there are no first and second players, all this elimination players will have all the players, right? Yeah. So that's what n square for storing elimination players, and order of n for storing putting the current place and take you. I hope this makes sense. Let me know if you guys need any further clarification. This is the exact code that I have written. Maybe I can show by retrieving the last submitted code. Earliest and latest, I'm just doing I-1 because I have a zero index. So we have to return the earliest and latest rounds, right? So current players, we are using a dequeue because we have to pop first and last elements. So I'm getting the current players setting that by setting the current bit. Okay, 0, whatever the bit is set, I'm just taking that bit. Initially all this bit will be true. That's what we are passing, and it as a first row. So elimination plays, if the player is one current player and player 2, we are popping at the first and last. If it's a first player and second player, then we can return the round. If not, if either the case, then we have to eliminate the other player only. If they are in the first player or second player, we have to eliminate the other player. So if not, we can have both the choice. Either we first could have one, second could have one. Like that, we are generating all the eliminated players array. Once we have generated, we are creating a combination of those eliminated arrays. One the combination, whatever the eliminated players, we are setting those particular bit to 0. So once we have set it to 0, we have eliminated all the players. Now this is the current mask, and from this current mask you generate the next set of players. Like this we'll keep on doing until we have the competition between the first player and second player. So among this, whatever the min round comes, we'll take it as a minimum, maximum it as a maximum. I hope you guys would have understood the solution. Let me know if you have any comments or feedback that I could have explained this better. I even explained how the bit set everything in the solution. Please do watch and make use of it. Uh, I'll be happy if you follow this to your friends and make them also get familiar with this lead code solution. Yeah, that's it. If you like my explanation, do like, follow, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.